Hi, my name is Emily, and welcome to my first Flosstube. I'm really nervous, so I'm probably gonna say a lot. I'm gonna try to look at the camera and not myself. Yeah, so why am I doing this? I'm in a lot of online communities that absolutely adore cross stitching, and I obviously adore cross stitching. I really enjoy seeing everyone else's videos and everyone else's posts and their shops and their Instagrams, and I just felt really inspired to try and give it a go. And why not? Like, why shouldn't I? Cross stitching is for everyone, men and women, old and young alike, and I wanted to contribute. I wanted to, I guess, add my mark. I don't know. So we're gonna try. So it's really, really old, but I thought I would do the Know Your Needle Worker tag, just so you guys can get an idea of who I am. And it just seemed like the easiest way because it does cover a lot of things. So where do I live? I live in the Quad Cities, which is an area in the Midwest of the United States. What do I do for a living? I work at a library. It's the America Needs Public Library shirt that I'm currently wearing. But yes, I work at a public library. I really, really, really enjoy it. I love what I do. Do I have any children? Yes, I have one son. He actually just turned 8 this past weekend, and we celebrated his birthday by taking a trip to Kansas City, Missouri, since we couldn't throw a birthday party this year due to the COVID-19 situation and everything happening with that. But we did have a really nice family trip, just the 3 of us, to Kansas City. Do I have any pets? Boy, oh boy, do I. If we go in order, we have one boy cat named Washington. He is 7 years old. He's almost 8. He's a very happy cat. He loves me. He loves to snuggle. He's very vocal, but he is very friendly. Besides not liking my husband. We also have 2 dogs. Our first dog is a boy dog named Eisenhower. Are you sensing a theme? So Eisenhower is this beautiful boxer husky pit bull mix. He's auburn colored, and he's a big dope. He is the smartest idiot we know, dog wise. Very friendly. He loves everyone. He just wants to be everyone's best friend. He will bark at you if you don't come say hi to him. And then last but not least, we actually just recently adopted another dog. We adopted a little girl. She's just now 4 months old. Any guesses on her name? It's Kennedy. So yes, all of our pets have presidential themed names, and that is because when we first adopted our cat, Washington, we asked our then 4-year-old son, what do you want to name him? And without missing a beat, he went, Washington. And that has started a trend. And so ever since then, we've just stuck with it. So we had the first, and then we got Eisenhower, and we named him Eisenhower. We really thought my son would pick either Carter or Harrison, and he picked Eisenhower. And then with Kennedy, we just knew point blank we wanted a female dog, and we were going to name her Kennedy. That was just how it was. Oh, speaking of them, here they come. You'll probably hear them and see them. They like to be around their mama, but they are both really cute. There she goes. We have no idea what Kennedy is. She's just a happy little mutt. We rescued her. I don't think I said how old Eisenhower is. Eisenhower is about 1.5 years. And then Washington is hiding, otherwise I would show you Washington, but he is a white and ginger kitty, and he's very cute. What are my other hobbies besides stitching? I like to read. I also am a really big stationery fan. I really like to write notes and letters. I like to collect postcards and send really cool postcards to my friends and family. But yeah, I have a lot of stationery things, and I will never turn down stationery things. It's kind of a problem. My desk drawers are filling up with stationery and cross stitch, and I'm running out of space and encroaching on my husband's side of the desk. It's not on here, but I've mentioned it. But yes, I am married. I just got married earlier this year, actually, to my best friend. I have known him since I was 14 years old. We met in high school, have been friends, kind of grew apart with college and growing up and all that, and then we've come back together, and we're happily doing this thing called life. But we've been together for 5 years now. Oh, there goes a dog. Hopefully they don't start barking. What is my favorite movie? Gosh, it is The Italian Job, the newer one starring Mark Wahlberg. Loved that movie. I will always, what is my favorite TV show? I don't know if I have a favorite TV show. I honestly don't watch a lot of TV. I get on kicks, where I'll kind of binge watch a show for a while, and by binge watch I mean I might watch 1 or 2 episodes a day, every other day, or like maybe for a week. Because part of my job is that I actually have to check DVDs and TV shows and audiobooks, CDs that get returned and are considered damaged, and so before we can put them back out on the floor for patron use, they have to be checked. And how do you check a movie? By watching it. So I have to watch a lot of shows from my job, which sounds great, and it is, but then by the time I get home, I've been staring at a screen all day, so I don't really want to then sit down and watch more TV. Right now, I'm really into Midsummer Murder. I also am currently into The Haunting of Hill House. I watched it last year when it came out, then I decided to rewatch it before The Haunting of Bly Manor premiered, and I have not started that yet, so please no spoilers. But I am excited to watch that. What is my favorite book? Oh my gosh, my favorite book. I read a lot. I think it would be easier to say, like, what is my favorite book currently? I don't think I have one of all time, but I could definitely give you my favorite books, like, per year or per time period in my life. I love books that make me feel something, that make me go, wait a minute, what? If it makes me mad, I'll take it. If it makes me cry, I'll take it. If it leaves me giddy, I'll take it. I don't care. If it leaves me just obliterated, I'll take it. Because I love books that just sucker punch you and leave you going, and then they just stick with you. They stick with you for days. I read pretty much anything though. I will read science fiction, fiction, nonfiction, juvenile children's books, young adults books. Working at a library is kind of nice because I do have access to everything that comes in, and so I will give pretty much anything a try as long as it catches my fancy. So yeah, what is my favorite music? Gosh, my go-to genre is probably like considered like today's hits or pop, I guess is what you could call it. But my favorite band is a small indie band called Parachute. I absolutely adore them. Please look them up if you've never heard of them. They are amazing, phenomenal. Yes, said my piece. I also really, really like completely different genre altogether. I like Panic at the Disco. I also really like 30 Seconds to Mars. But then I also like country. And I love Thomas Rhett. You know, that kind of thing too. I just listen to whatever calls to me. And finally, what one word best describes me? Kind, I think. I am really, really, really good at putting myself in other people's shoes and truly trying to meet someone where they are. That's really important to me. So there we go. That was like Know Your Needleworker plus some bonus information that you probably weren't necessarily interested in. But one of the groups I'm in is the School of Magical Stitches and Literature, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with and or in. And I just want to kind of talk about that maybe as well, and like be a place where I can be held accountable, kind of. Even though I like that there's no pressure. There's really no pressure to do the stitches or do more than you can. But it's a nice way to motivate you to actually stitch as much as possible. So I want to talk about that. Plus, I know that other places other Flosstubers do talk about it, and they talk about the challenges and how they make their whips work and everything like that. But not everyone talks about like the reading prompts of School of Magical Stitches. And I also wanted to talk about that because sometimes if you're a reader like me and you get a prompt, you're like, what am I supposed to do? And so I end up like scrolling through other people's comments trying to figure out what to read. So I wanted to show what I was reading and say like how it fits. I would also talk about that here. We'll get into it eventually. Let's just leave it at that. Get into it eventually. But for right now, I really just want to show you my projects, like projects I have and what I'm currently working on. And I did buy some things that arrived today, and so I wanted to show that, and then I'll like wrap it up because I don't want my first episode to be hella long. Let's see. I'm at my desk, so I'll just pull out my projects if I can find them. So I've got like 3 projects right now that I can easily pull out and show, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So the first one is last year's Christmas Sal from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I've got it on a scroll frame, so this is obviously the top, and I don't feel like unscrewing it, sorry. But I am almost done. I am down here at the bottom. I haven't touched this thing in months, though. You probably should try and finish it. I started it last year around this time with the intention of staying up to date with the Sal, and yeah, that didn't happen. But that's okay. Once I do finish it and I take it off the scroll frame, I'll show you what I've actually done, because I did make a minor change to it. Just because some of the British, like UK phrasing didn't quite fit with how we do things here. So there's that. My other one that I also haven't touched in a while, but is coming along nicely, is my dragonfly. I have one wing. This is just the 2018 Mirabilia free design, the free pattern from the Mirabilia retreat from that year. But yeah, so this actually is on 28 count even weave. It's on a light blue. I don't know if it's easy to see, but this is on a light blue even weave. This whip, I absolutely adore it. I didn't put it away because I hated working on it. I actually put it away because I needed to start working on a friend's wedding gift. This piece, though, is, because it's still in progress, my very first piece using not only linen or like an even weave instead of Aida, but overdyed threads. Variegated and overdyed threads and beads. I'm insane is the only thing I can come up with. Was instead of being like a normal person and being like, let me just try even weave, I was like, let's try even weave and variegated floss and beads and just go with it. But honestly, I think it looks great so far. I made some counting mistakes here closer. I don't think you can tell. And honestly, I'm just going to mirror it on the other side. But yeah, I'm really happy. I like to bead as I go. Except for right here where you can see there's like 3 places. That's because those are like treasures. But yeah. I'm excited how this one is looking. This will be a gift for a friend when it's done. Also, this is the only time I'm going to show you my back because it's the only back I'm proud of. But like, look at how it is. And yes, I grid the back of my fabric. I don't grid the front, just in case. You never know. It just makes me nervous. So I grid the back of mine. But yeah. And yes, I made this. I bought the pin a couple years ago, several years ago actually, on a trip to Disney World with my family, and it came as like a pin that you put on like your shirt or something, and I just recently found it again, and so I peeled the pin off and just attached magnets to it with glue. Ta-da! Just put this one away. And then, so I am also currently working on Thistle by Nora Corbett, the Poison Pixie, from her Poison Pixies series. So I'm working on her. I've actually come quite a bit away. So this is just my project bag. So I've got all the floss in here. And I will show you her. I decided to do her on 32 count Belfast linen in the color Serene by Picture This Plus. Hang on, I've started to park this like final area, which is, the headdress is really all I have left. And I'm doing like a weird parking method. And so all of my threads, of course, are in a hot mess because I've pulled it out of my project bag. But anyways, so this is how she is. Like I said, my threads are a hot mess. But yeah, she's coming along. I have really enjoyed stitching her. And yes, I did the skin on her legs and on her face, including the mask. I did it 1/1. So yeah, she's coming along really well. This will also be a gift for a friend, so I'm hoping they don't see this video. I'm not gonna tell them. But it is actually a gift, a wedding gift. So let's put her back. And then I have plans to start a couple other projects. Let me just pull out the project bag I have. Oops. In this, I've got a bunch of floss and a fabric for a project called Praise Him with Strings, which is also a wedding gift. I have friends who are getting married, and the husband plays music, and he's in their worship band at their church, and so music and guitar and none of that is really important to him and his faith. So I am going to be stitching that on this. This is just Rustico 18 count Ada. It's tan, khaki, but I haven't started it yet, but I have the fabric and I have all of the floss together. That way I can start that soon. I'm not a monogamous stitcher, but I'm also not a rotator. I have multiple projects going, but what I tend to do is just stitch on what calls to me per week or per month, really. So part of why I love being in the School of Magical Stitches is, each week there's the homework prompt, and for those of you who don't know, we're given tasks that we call homework, and it's, hey, put 300 stitches on your oldest whip. That was last week. I think it was actually 400 stitches on your oldest whip, and then 300 stitches on your middle whip, and 300 stitches on your newest whip. Or put 200 stitches in a particular color, or stitch on something. I know one of the prompts for this week is stitch on something that has wings. So obviously I'm going to use Thistle because she has wings. But then there's something else that is a design that starts with a certain letter. So I'm going to hopefully start this because it will fit, because it's one of the letters we have to use is P, and this is praise him with strings. That would be fun. But yeah. The whole point of that little tangent was that I like the School of Magical Stitches because it prompts me to do other things instead of just working on one project. But also, if I just don't feel like rotating, I'll just stitch anyways on whatever I want. Because that's, like I said, I'm really loving Thistle, and so I've just stitched on her nonstop pretty much since I've started her because I've just enjoyed her so much. But anyways, I have other whips, but they're currently either packed up or in a drawer, in a bag, in a drawer, in a bag, and I don't really want to dig those out right now. So I'll pull those out for a different episode, and I can do a whip parade and actually show everything that I have. So instead, I just want to do some haul and show my most recent purchase because it's exciting, and I'm really excited because I have been I have discovered, as we have all discovered, 1, 2, 3 stitch, and then I watch videos, or I'm in Facebook groups, and so then I just see all these patterns and I just can't help it. And then the next thing I know, they are in my cart, and then I have clicked purchase, and it's just a mess. So I have a couple patterns. I have 1 skein of floss and 2 different threads that I want to show. So the first one I've got is, yes. Oh, well, see, now there's patterns on the back of this that I just saw, and I'm like, now I gotta find these. So this is, if I can actually, Whispered by the Wind, counted cross stitch design. It's the pattern is called Harbingers, and it's actually 2 in 1. I'm gonna try and make it not glow, and it's like these 2 haunted houses, and I really liked those. I liked that it was just a handful of colors. 7, if I'm counting this correctly. So I got this. I actually got this a little while ago when it first popped up, and I couldn't say no. I don't have any spooky patterns, and a lot of the things I've purchased are intended to be gifts for people, and I was like, you know what, I need to actually buy something that will be for me, not for someone else. Cool. And I can't get it back in the package. Okay, I promise. I'm almost done after this. So, something else I purchased. Put that down. I'm sure you guys have seen this because it popped up, and I, again, couldn't say no. It's by Hands On Design. And it's the Let's Talk Autumn. I mean, oh, it's so cute. I fell in love with it. I absolutely adore this. Now they stitched this on Slate, Fabrics by Stephanie. I decided I didn't want to do that. I pictured this on a navy blue, so I actually ordered. I will pull it out. I just think this pattern will look gorgeous. So I got 32 count Belfast linen in navy. I don't remember who the person. I'm so sorry. I can't remember. Oh no, I don't remember who the designer is, but It is navy. And I'm just like, wouldn't this just, I think it'll just look so good. Like these colors, I think they'll really pop. The orange and the green and the red. So I did, yeah. So I have this, I plan on putting this on navy. And then I also got, sorry, I'm a mess. My other pattern I got is also hands-on design, part of their A Year in Chalk. I went ahead and grabbed the November one because obviously that's what's coming up, and I didn't want to start with January. I also really want to try and start this like this week or this weekend because I think this will be just a really quick stitch. And then, and part of what I ordered, I placed an order today, another order. This just arrived today, and I went ahead and placed another order. I went ahead and ordered December's pattern as well, because why not? But I went ahead and got, instead of slate, I got 32 count gunmetal by Weeks Dye Worth. It's pretty, I feel like it's basically the same. I really liked, this one called to me. The gunmetal called to me. So I purchased the gunmetal, and of course I've got a skein of the chalk. Ooh, sorry, I have a light and I feel like it's really bright, but it's starting to get dark outside because where I am, it decided to snow today. No. I don't want snow. No, thank you. So yeah, so this is my chalk. So yeah, but that's what I have. Like I said, I put even more things on hold, I just bought even more things, and there's still things that I want. I am actually really grateful though that my husband is incredibly supportive and does not care at all when I want to buy things. And is actually really, really understanding about stitching and gets that it's not just that I'm just throwing money down the toilet. Like, I enjoy what I'm doing and I have a lot of fun and it's really calming, and he also likes to see the progress that I've made. One of my intentions, to my right over here, I'm in my office space, we have just a completely open entire blank wall, and he and I both want to fill that wall with my art. So that's exciting, and it does motivate me to get stuff and to do projects. So yeah, that's where I am for right now, and I think I'm going to wrap things up because I feel like I've rambled enough, and this is quite the beginning episode. I can't promise that things will be consistent. I can't promise that, like, I can't be like every Monday, every Wednesday. No, like, I don't think so. Life is complicated. We are busy. Things are really weird in the time of a pandemic and an election year, and yeah, you all feel me, you all get me. And then you throw on top of that, I have an 8-year-old child. I also have 3 animals. I have 2 high energy dogs, 1 is a puppy, and then the fact that my husband does work really long hours, so a large part of the time it's just me and my son, and obviously my son comes first. So I will upload when I can. I'm hoping to at least be every 2 weeks or every other week, just to keep some sort of consistency, but you never know. So wish me luck. Oh shoot, I wanted to say what I was reading. I can do that real quick. It's fine. So for School of Magical Stitches, the book of the month is called The Odd Sisters. It's part of the Villains series by Serena Valentino. It is the 6th book in the series. So we are reading that throughout the month of October. I almost have it finished. I could probably finish it tonight if I really, really wanted to. And then some of the other, like, extra credit reading, there's different prompts. This month, they are like word find prompts. So we have a list of words. I wrote them down. Look at me. Look at my cute little list. Power, insanity, heartbreak, envy, madness, insecurity, shadow man. So with these, you can either, look at that. You can either find the word in the title, or it can be in the text. You just have to take a picture of the page and show where it is in the text, or show a picture of the cover that has that word in it. And so I mentioned Follow Me to Ground. That had the word madness in it, and so I used that as one of my prompts. I am currently listening to The Stand by Stephen King as an audiobook. And then I am about to start reading and blanking. There's a book called The Weight of a Soul. It is a young adult novel. And nope, my cat, all of my pets are trying to show up now. Come here. Oh, this is my grumpy old man. Yeah, he just wants to walk across the computer and I won't let him. But I can't remember who it's by. I'll probably look it up. But it's, yeah, The Weight of a Soul. And I'm probably going to be reading that one. But I kind of just pick what I want to read and like make them fit the prompts. And if it doesn't fit the prompt, it doesn't fit the prompt. But if it does, it does. And that's really nice. So, yeah, now I actually am done. Grumpy old man here, once down. You can say hi. He's got a mustache. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope you all don't hate me. And I'll try and be back if you guys want me to come back. So, yeah. Have a great week. Have a great month. Have a great life. Enjoy your stitching. Enjoy reading. Enjoy listening. Enjoy whatever you enjoy doing. And hopefully I will talk to you again soon.